outside, and Smooth Destiny still out in front, keeping middle to wide out in front of Too Risky in second. Then comes 3 Raging Jack, and a break back the others headed by Zigzag Torfin as they come round the final turn. Smooth Destiny for trainer Michael Harris. It's one for the Midlands here. Smooth Destiny wins the Burn Group Trophy and wins it really impressively.
I've always wanted to have a runner on Derby night, you know, and then when we took him down for a trial, he did 27.86, which I thought was good luck for the first time round. But then, hopefully, I was hoping more than anything else, because he hadn't had many races that the race manager would select him for the race. And then when I saw the race and he was in it, I thought, oh, I wish you hadn't bothered selecting him, because I thought it was a really, really hot race. I think the best pups. I can't think of any other pup that wasn't in it that's better than them. So we went down there and he ran tremendous. He ran the bends brilliant, like he'd been round there. You know, this is only his second time round there, and he did a good 27.49, which is a good run, second time round Wimbledon, and he's faster than the other 4.6s on the night, and he was impressive, you know. And as I say, we don't really know much about the dog because we haven't had him that long, but he looks like he's bred to, and he looks like he'll stay. So hopefully, but we'll have to take it each race as it comes, because if he's got that sort of pace over 4 bends, there's no point in running him over 6 bends. You know, there's just no point, because he's good enough to win a major 4 bends. We are lining him up for the Ladbrokes Golden Cup, you know, which we won last year with Bandit, and, you know, hopefully we'll go in again with him.
Michael has come a long way as a trainer in a short space of time. After learning the trade as a kennel hand, he then took out a licence, although early on things were tough.
I was lucky because I knew Nathan Corden at Nottingham, and he gave me a job at Nottingham, so... But like, as you know, Nottingham's 75 miles away from me, so it was quite a long way, and I had an old Mercedes van that used to go 60 downhill. If you lean forward, you know, it was really, really slow, and it took a real, real long time. I used to get in from the last race, I used to get in at 2 o'clock, and I had to be back in the kennels for 7, and there wasn't a lot of life, and there wasn't a lot of sleeping time, and it was hard work, because obviously I'd built it up to that time. I had 19 dogs, but I couldn't afford to pay anyone to work for me, so I had to do them all on my own. 19 dogs on your own. You try galloping dogs on your own, you know, you can't run up the gallop as quick as them. Well, I could some of them, and so it was hard work. But then luckily the job come up at Monmore 6 months later. They advertised for somebody with 35 dogs. Well, I didn't have that many dogs, but I thought, well, Monmore's just the ideal place. It's good money, it's a good contract. It's hard work, but it's a good contract. At least you get paid for it. And then I thought, well, I haven't got enough dogs, but I'll just get the interview anyhow, see what they require, show them around, because the trainer that was here before, George Anderson, he was a contract trainer at Monmore until he packed up through ill health. And so I thought, well, it's local, it's in the area, and when they come and interviewed me, I said, well, I'll probably be able to make it pay because I'm in the area. People will probably bring me dogs when I'm in the area, and so thankfully they give me a chance, and touch wood, it's worked. I'm still there.
Michael's kennels are at Cainton Manor near Newport in the heart of beautiful Shropshire countryside. His great surroundings, good facilities including a gallop, and things have improved for both the trainer and his staff.
I've got 6 staff here at the minute, and with nearly 60 dogs, so that's plenty, and you feel like you're doing some good with them. You can gallop them, you can swim them, you can walk them, groom them, and all the rest of the treatments. You can do all that, and they only work 5 days a week, because I think it's too much for staff to work 7 days a week. They get stale and fed up with the job. You know, I used to work 7 days a week, but you know, I still do now. But I go away when I want to go away. I go and have a couple of days off, and so yeah, see, it's great now. Yeah, but Monmore was definitely the turning point. If I didn't get the job at Monmore, I wouldn't be here now.
Last year, Lock Team Bandit beat the likes of Tuttle's Ronaldo and Zigzag Duchy to win the Ladbroke Gold Cup for the Harris Kennel, and the old boy is still going strong.
Bandit's more of a Monmore dog. He runs Monmore. He's won a couple of times at Oxford in a maiden competition. He really likes Monmore. Different class of dog around Monmore. He can beat good dogs at Monmore. Take him away, he just doesn't seem to be the same. He's happy at Monmore. He likes the travelling. He likes the kenneling. He doesn't get himself worked up. And he runs the track super. 9 times out of 10 he comes out at Monmore, and he's a 28 dead dog round Monmore, which is which takes some doing. And yeah, so we'll hopefully keep him after he's come back from this split web. He'll go for the Gold Cup at Monmore.
Bandit's proud owner is former NGRC steward but famously World Cup final referee Jack Taylor.
The Gold Cup is something a bit special, and I was terribly surprised. The dog has done well, and he came through the grades very, very quickly, but to achieve that is something I never really imagined, so it was good for me, but more important, it was good for Michael, because the way he is and the effort he puts in, there's only one way he can go, and that is to get good and better dogs.
One dog that did slip through the kennel's grip was Derby finalist Amarillo Slim. Michael originally trained the dog before it was sold on.
Yeah, I was gutted really, but in a way, to be fair, when the owner brought him for £1,400 and we had him for 2 months, he won 3 out of 5 races for us, and then we put him in the racing post and he got 12 grand, he got 13 grand he got for it, but the grand final had to go back to the new owner, so he got 12 grand. Now when you think £1,400, turn it into 12 grand in 8 weeks, I would have said sell him as well, because it's a lot of money and there's a lot of it. Now the dog went on to be a Derby finalist, and then you'd be thinking, oh God, shouldn't have sold, you know, what a shame. But to be fair, I said to Dave Yannis, who owned him, I said, it's big money, you can't afford to turn that down, because if something goes wrong with him, he could be worth £12 tomorrow. I said, so you've got to let him go. But then and we wished him all the well. I wish he would have. I like Westmead Hawk winning the final, because it was great for greyhound racing and it was great for a dog to do it twice. But quietly, I really wanted Slim to win it, because it would have been nice for him to have won it, you know, because it's like a rags to riches story, and it's, you know.
Michael has a cracking graded strength at Monmore, plus a team of open racers, and one man sure to be proud of his progress is his former governor, Charlie Lister. But what type of dog does this trainer look out for above anything else?
I love sprinters. Always have done. I've always loved sprinters. When I said I was a kid and wanted to be a trainer, I always used to say to my dad, I want a kennel full of sprinters, the best sprinters in the country. I've always loved sprints, because it was a big thing when I was a kid. At Norton Keynes, they used to have 265s all the time. You know, that's like the majority of the racing was 2 bends. So I love sprinters. And then worked at Charlie's, and we had a great dog. He was my favourite dog. I had him as a pet, King Oscar. After he retired, he come here as a pet and lived here until he got ill. And I just love sprinters, so I'd love to win the Scurry, especially now it's at Perry Barr.
So, the Scurry apart, is Michael setting any other targets for himself and the kennel in 2006?
And I never do that, because I always say I'm setting my standard too high. You know, just go along with it, and you only disappoint yourself if you don't achieve it. So I'm one of these people, happy-go-lucky, just enjoy it while it's happening. Phenomenal, but we've had some good dogs like Sandon's Thunder, you know, that's won a lot of opens at Coventry for us, which has helped us loads, and 2 other dogs, you know, and they've made a little name for themselves. They're no world beaters, but we don't go out to win the world with them. You know, we just go little opens and take it in our strides, and if it comes along, if the dogs are ready, as I said, we'll try and Bandit and Smooth Destiny up for the Gold Cup. They'll be left, and if they go out in the first round, they go out in the first round. There's nothing you can do about it. You just smile and just carry on, you know. And I always said when we won it last year, the papers phoned up and asked me, well, what chance do you think you've got? And I said, no chance. He's an outsider. He's a 12-to-1 shot. He's got there on merit. He's beat good dogs. It's just another Friday. It's just another bags day to us. He's going up on the bags fan. He don't get treated any different. We win it, great. We open the champagne. If he loses it, we just carry on with the lemonade and just carry on, don't you?